I really hope it's not a super clone, bro. You pay the guy already? Yeah. Oh.
We have a diver in the water. Cops on their way. I don't see it. You ready?
It's right there. It's right in front of you. Green lights.
Yeah, bring it.
It's coming at you. Oh my God, no way. It fell in the water.
We lost the drone. We got a little too confident, and Dan was used to the grab, flip, kill the drone.
Before anybody says that I have butterfingers, the reality is that I was like 2 for 2 or 3 for 3 that day, actually grabbing the drone on the landing. So I was feeling pretty positive. The problem is that the drone came in making little waves in the air, so it was a little unstable. When I tried to grab it, I hit the drone. It just like fell in the water by mistake.
We just lost like 500 gigs of footage. In true Charlie CRM fashion, we had to up. So we made a big offer to the captain, and we said, if you find the drone for us, we're gonna give you an extra nice tip for you. So hopefully we can recover that footage.
Keep my fingers crossed. We're going on a rescue mission.
A diving rescue mission. Drone rescue mission.
It was your fault. You're the one that touched it and dropped it.
I was perfect. I was 3 for 3. That's where the boat's at, and that's where the drone last flew.
All right, so right now we're just trying to find a good spot so we can anchor this boat, because it seems like the current is putting us right in front of that bridge, and we definitely don't want to piss off the other boaters.
I follow you guys on Instagram. I seen your post about the guy that brought in that box that you were like called out right away it was fake. So when I bought this watch, he gave me a printout of the authentication, and I had him meet me at a pawn shop locally that specializes in watches because I went to buy it in Tampa. They took it apart. They said that everything was good, so I purchased it. And then when I seen your video the other night about the box, I was like, man, I got the feel in the box, and it was like hard, like cardboard, you know, like you pointed out in your video. So I was like, damn, bro, now I'm like second guessing
the watch.
Yeah, so I figured I'd just bring it to you to get for sure opinion.
So I'm gonna go ahead and start by taking off the bracelet. Did you get a receipt or a proof of purchase or something? I know you bought it off of a person, but still, did you get anything from it?
I have the communication, correspondence, everything like that.
I would say keep those messages screenshot in the case that something that we don't know unless you run it through a system is that the watch is stolen. God forbid 2, 3, 4 years down the road something happens, you'll be like, yo, I got it from this guy. Not like, oh, let me see, what was the guy's name? Let me see. So 16233, so it is a factory bezel. It is a W serial. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe W is going to be 95. I think so. Yeah, well, the T is also 95, I know. So
either they redid all the band or it's aftermarket.
So far I'm not getting signs of aftermarket. I'm getting more feeling of redone band. I'm gonna go with the feeling that this band was redone just because of how tight it is. Tight. It's super tight, and even from factory they're not this tight. So let's put this up here. Let's get this checked out. So you see how nice and thick that is?
Yeah.
And then you see where it's like almost bent. This almost looks like if that whole piece was cast. It doesn't look like it was folded over. You know, it doesn't look like a little sheet metal that was folded. Everything looks good so far. The bracelet codes and the serial number on the case match up, and they correlate with around the same years. So far we're on good track. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just look at stampings and engravings right now. All the date looks good. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. One thing that I definitely don't like on this: tighten the crown on it.
It like stops.
It's like either cross-threaded or you're missing thread on it, but you only get like a quarter. That scares me because it's getting stuck right there and it pops out. So I think either the tube has damage or the crown has damage. I'm gonna check it out for you. You see how the screws are a little scratched? But apart from that, you see how all like the polish lines and all that are very consistent, whether it's on, let's say, on the back right there where that jeweling marks are. It's very look at the circles, how they're consistent, the same grain, the same texture. You have a little bit of mess up, but remember, you're talking about a watch that's from the 90s. Rolex never misses. 29-year-old watch, and the watch is running perfect. So You see here the seconds, it's gaining 4 seconds a day. Rolex's standard is +2, -2, but it's a 30-year-old watch. This watch is running perfect. Well, you see a lot of APs that don't do this brand new. Pass pressure test, you're good to go in the water, right? So just make sure that your crown is always closed, there ain't no gaps.
I went to Tampa to purchase a watch. It's my first Rolex. I got it authenticated, but after watching a video on CRM Jewelers page, I noticed that a box that I did get with the watch was fake. Obviously that brought some concern to me, and I came down here to CRM to get Charlie to check it out and get his expert opinion. To securing Charlie's expertise, the watch turns out real, and I definitely feel a lot better about the situation.
We're almost ready to go. Now we're just gonna put on my BC and tank, and of course you're gonna need the Submariner. Can't jump in without the watch. All right, boom, now we're ready.
Hopefully we can find it, but there's no other way just by doing it this way.
Swim here with the current and with the bull sharks, but we stay optimistic. We're gonna find it.
Thank God my brother's out of the channel now. Now we don't have to worry. When you have your blood in there, it doesn't feel very good, but you can't do nothing.
No! What are you doing? Get out of the way! What's wrong with you on the radio? Now, radio!
It was just really murky down there. It was only about 3 to 4 feet of visibility. I was looking around everywhere, and I didn't manage to see it. A couple of times I heard a couple of big boats coming, booing over the top of me, and I started getting nervous, so I went ahead and started swimming back. But one thing's for sure, even with the bad visibility and the low light, I could still see everything on my sub. That's 100%. This is the watch to dive with, no question.
You have a diver in the water!
Yeah, we were rescuing something.
Cops on their way!
We live to fight another day.
We're gonna report your ass, stupid.
Annoying. Can we report her ass?
That's what happens when you power buses by natural gas.
That lady, every time she comes by here, she does the same thing. Why would I get charged if I throw her by an egg?
That's the same thing as hitting a cop or throwing an egg at a cop car.
I throw an egg and I run away. They're not gonna know it's me. She's lucky she ain't out in Cuba.
Every time I see my family run outside, I think something bad happened. I think somebody got run over by a car, somebody got hit.
Yeah, definitely. Every time that my family runs outside is very bad news. So, and it's not bad news for my family. It's bad news for everybody around my family.
The last thing I would have thought is that there's a angry bus driver out there, or just an annoying bus driver honking her horn. You know, like what is that?
What's the difference between using the term aftermarket and full fake? Well, let's get into it. You see this right here? This is an original 15400 stainless steel AP that a jeweler went, drilled out the watch, all these little tiny holes you see here all over the watch, and put these diamonds. This face isn't an actual AP face. This dial here is a completely made part in a factory that they go ahead and they mount diamonds to it. This is what you considered aftermarket diamonds. But what's a fake watch? A fake watch is if this watch had nothing from AP, it had a clone movement, had everything that wasn't from AP to make it look like an AP. That's what a fake watch is. Look at this. Watches are drugs. I like that. I tell everybody when they're like, "Oh, you are the reason for my watch like passion." I'm like, "I'm sorry."
I want you to open it and look at the inside.
A client here, my boy Rudy's shop, dropped off this watch that he wanted to sell, but Rudy had really bad feeling about this watch. So I came over here, give him a second opinion. We're gonna pop this case back open and see what's up with this watch. We gotta get in contact with the client because who knows if he got screwed over or he's trying to screw my boy Rudy over. Let's open this thing up.
Let's see what Charlie got for me.
I really hope it's not a super clone, bro. Oh man, that definitely, you can see it doesn't have that nice finish, the colors and everything in the movement. Did I take any money already or no? You paid the guy already?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Does he know?
He knows, but he doesn't pick up the phone calls.
He doesn't pick up the phone calls?
He's paid me $1,500, and it's been about 3 months. I paid him $13,500 for the watch.
Oh, so he's paying you back. So you got it.
He's paying me back, but $1,500 at a time. I got it from one of my friends.
Ah, yeah.
And he gave it to me, and I would have never thought that. And then it was his friend that
I get you.
Gave it to him. Got to open up everything.
Everything, man. Everything. Especially in today with the copy of the super clones. Like, you have to really start analyzing and looping the watch and like looking at the watch to be able to tell, because the quality of the super clones are crazy. I hope you get your money back soon, my brother.
Thank you.
Bro, my wife bought it. I haven't even asked her, but she told me it's up there.
It's up there?
I would say a day just.
A day just?
41mm blue dial. Somewhere around there.
I love dogs.
Alright, nice to meet you. Pleasure.
Hi.
Hello, I've already met you.
He's the one that showed the video. Every day I watch you on Instagram and I watch your YouTube channel while I'm working. I love your stories. So
Thank you. Thank you so much.
we finally came down here. We're looking for an interactive watch. You know what I mean?
I got you. What do you like? What color do you wear more? Do you wear usually yellow?
2 tones.
2 tones.
Yes.
But yellow or rose? I see you're
Yellow.
wearing yellow now, right? So
Yellow, yeah.
Yellow.
He
Okay.
wears every color.
But I use more gold, so
You gold.
I prefer more silver and
gold.
la línea aquí en gold.
Sí.
Yeah.
Okay, perfecto. Yeah. All right. ¿Y Jubilee or Oyster? Which one? Or Oyster bracelet?
This one.
Yeah, no le gusta el Jubilee.
No. Okay. So let's see some options. She doesn't have a big wrist, so 36 to 31.
Yeah.
Definitely. I wouldn't do 40.
Oh, in
So-
the face. What color down?
I say
Clarito.
you might like a white, but then you try the black on your skin and you're like, wow, it looks good. I have watches here that on display, they look like whatever. I throw them on my wrist and I get non-stop compliments. Okay, so this one here is a 31. So what? Some people like 36s, some people like 31s, some people like 34s. When it comes to watches, especially with women's watches, there's no right or wrong answer. It's what you like.
I like this, but I like more the 36.
Is the 36 adjustable for her wrist since it's so small? For example, I don't buy her bracelets anymore because I bought bracelets at Tiffany and like more than a third of it was cut off.
You go like this and you take off all these links right here.
Okay, so
And you
they are
screw this
removable.
into here. Yeah, and then yeah, the links are removable.
And even would that also stand for the Oyster band as well?
The modern watches now have more adjustability, but if you go to like something on an older watch, you would have to get permanent links removed. She likes this size, but she thinks that this fits her better, but she likes the look of this one better. Are you open to, like I said, the pre-owned, or you want something new? To me, I don't care about year. My watch is from 1975. I don't care about year, I care about price, condition, reputable source, okay, and proof of purchase. Let's say it's a 2005 that goes for 9 grand. You don't want to pay 15 when a 2024 goes for 15. You understand? Buy something used that you're gonna like, early 2010s. Especially women don't take care of watches. Period. That's normal.
You filmed that, right?
Yeah. No, he gets me saying that all the time. My uncle her washing the washing machine. I do a full cycle, bang around, clink, 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 clink.
Something like this, from your experience, a bezel like this would be probably $2,000 if you were to buy this watch and then put that bezel on. 2 or 3 grand, right?
It's my gift from my partner.
She's been wanting one and saving. I said, okay, that's good.
I came here for a 2-tone Rolex. Charlie showed me a lot of options. I decided for this Tario. It's so elegant and nice, and I love it. I recommend him. He's the best.
I saw a lot of comments on that last video I posted about, oh, what he did wrong was he should have put the watch down on the crown. No! Who gave you guys this advice? This is the worst piece of advice you could ever hear from anybody. Look, you see this watch here? It's from 1975. If these people who owned this watch previously to me had listened to that advice and put the watch on the crown down, then this crown would have been erased completely. Instead, you get wear and tear on this side, which is fine. This could be laser welded, this could be polished. A crown, you have to buy another crown, especially on watches like this gold Prezi right here. You can't polish this crown because you'll lose that logo, and every time you put it down on a hard surface, you're scratching it. I'd rather scratch this big flat surface here that can, like I said, be laser welded and repaired. So don't listen to those comments. Put the watch on the side of the case on a soft surface and be gentle. So you got a new watch?
Yeah. Remember the one that Padrino gave me?
How many watches do you have now?
I think it's 11.
11?
Yeah.
You got more than I do. You got a lot of watches. Are you ready to get your property though? Yeah? How much more do you need? Couple months? Couple years? What do you think?
Months.
Couple months?
Yeah.
And what are you gonna do after with the money of that?
Buy Rolex.
Buy a Rolex? So first buy the property, then buy a Rolex.
Mm-hmm.
That's the attitude, my man. That's the attitude. That's why you're gonna make it very far in life. So far, my youngest collector yet. I don't have no 36 Prezzies, but I know that's what you're looking for. Do you like Patek? Patek Philippe?
No, but do I have to? No, I don't think. This is the one that Denny really likes.
So this is a Rolex Submariner, 40 millimeter.
I always want to try this thing on.
Boom. We just gotta size it to you.
Gotta wear a few years, but.
You gotta wait a few years.
Oh no, it's a few months.
But what do you want first, that or the president? The gold president?
Yeah. That's
The gold president?
one of my favorite Rolexes is the Batman. That's a really cool one.
Oh yeah, I still have the picture you gave me. Is there?
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I feel like Travis Rice.
Look at that. Rocking the same watch as Pops. He drew me one actually. I have it on my desk.
No, it's not the same thing.
Was it Batman?
What's the difference? Just
So
the year?
one is gonna be the new reference as a 72-hour power reserve or 70-hour power reserve, and the other one has a 48-hour power reserve. The only way to tell the difference is Swiss made with a crown on it. Newer reference, previous reference.
That was cool. Remember the last time you showed me?
Very nice piece. Throw this on. I think what you should do is, my opinion, put this away and little by little pay Dad for it. And once you finish paying Dad for it, then you rock your watch.
Try to convince my dad to keep the Rolex, and now we're getting the Batman.
You see? That's the one you got me right there. This one too. I told you I got it. I didn't throw it away.
I drew this for Charlie, and now I'm taking that watch home.
Now you gotta work towards this one, right?
Yep.
So Pops was gonna trade in this watch, but I told him for what the trade-in value is, it might be a better idea to fix it up and have him pay it off slowly so you can earn his first watch. And Pops and Mom thought it was a great idea and they agreed with me. So he's gonna go ahead and separate some of his chore money and his summer allowance money and all that to go ahead and buy off his first Rolex. Proud of him. I'm gonna go ahead and take it to a guy, in my opinion, who is the #1 best guy who's been doing this here for 30 plus years in downtown. If he tells me, yo, it's not worth doing it, I'll tell you straight up, yo, it's not worth doing it. But if he tells me it's worth doing it, I have full trust and faith in that gentleman that when he tells me something will come out brand new, it comes out brand new.
Of course. It's my grandpa's watch, so I just want to
More
make sure-
sentimental than anything.
Make sure it's in the right hands.
Do you want to find a factory down?
I want it to be as close to the. I think that's one of the earlier references for that model, like 16.
So as close to as original as possible.
Do you think you'd be replacing this or just soldering this? Because
I'm gonna get a quote for both. If they can fix it, I'd rather fix it because it's the original one that your grandfather had.
Yeah, exactly.
If they can't fix it, then I'll tell you, hey, look, it's unfixable. This is how much your bracelet's gonna cost you. I have to find it though. I would think that you're probably gonna spend $2,500 and under. What did you have in mind?
About that, give or take, because I think that watch needs some love.
Yeah.
I've been super passionate about watches since I was maybe 18 years old, and this single-handed watch is like the watch I seen on my grandpa's wrist. So he recently passed, and this watch came full circle back to me. And like obviously I want to get it taken care of. It's his Rolex. Used to wear it every day. My family knew that that's what I like. Those are the things that I'm into, so they decided to give me that inheritance. So I just want to make sure it gets taken care of. That watch is single-handedly the reason why I'm in this business and why I like watches and why I'm passionate about them. Shout out to my abuelo. I love you. I miss you.
Isn't it crazy that 140 years ago, this is the type of watches that men used to carry? Before Rolex came out, in 1914, Hans Wilsdorf said, I feel like pocket watches are gonna disappear. And sure enough, he was right. Just check this out. 65 years later, have this beautiful 1975 Submariner on my wrist, and there's no pocket watches in the store. Nobody even wears pocket watches. And in a time and an age where everybody has their time right here on their cell phone, well, it's a beautiful thing to see that at least wristwatches stay the trend. Even though this 140-year-old pocket watch is still beautiful, it's unfortunate that we don't use these things. I think it's just a little too big, too clunky, and you don't get to show it off all the time unless you pull it out of your pocket. What's the most you spend on a watch?
38,000.
38,000. What watch was this? Presidential. The Rolex Presidential Champagne with the Roman dial?
Yes, sir.
115.
No,
115,000?
That wasn't 115.
That was 115?
I think it was 110, 105.
Yeah.
Most she spent on my watch.
Well, it was 105, the first one. That was AP.
So you don't have the right amount because he paid for it?
Well,
Exactly.
What watch was this?
This was the rose gold blue dial.
AP chronograph, rose gold blue dial.
We sold it to him?
Yeah, we sold him that one. We sold
Oh,
him
you
the
guys
stainless
sold me all
steel blue
watches.
dial. We
Yeah,
sold him
you
his
did.
offshore.
What's the most you spend on a watch?
260.
260. What watch was this?
RM11 Canada.
Thank you.
What's the most you ever spent on one watch?
2.7.
2.7. And what watch was this?
Patek Tiffany.
So Patek Tiffany. Take note. Thank you, my brother. This guy's from Bookwalls, one of the biggest jeweler here in downtown Miami. How you doing? Okay. I just want to ask you, what's the most you ever spent on one watch? Either you bought it for the store or for a client?
A little over $1 million.
Over $1 million?
Yeah.
Do you remember what watch was this?
It's a Patek Philippe.
Patek Philippe. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your time. All right. This is a Rolex 238 41 millimeter rose gold presidential. We're gonna send this watch to our plastic surgeon here in downtown, and now there's gonna be some stuff that we gotta do to it to sell it and to be in the conditions that we like to sell watches here at CRM. So for me to sell a watch, it's gotta be light new or near perfect condition. In this case, this watch needs a service. It's gonna need a glass, and it's gonna need some laser weld just to make the case look perfect again. And then we're gonna need to add 2 links and a box. That's why we're purchasing at the price that we're purchasing. We would have to spend some money on it.
My client's picking up a ring for his wife. It's an upgrade, okay?
Oh my god, that ring's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
You like it?
Yeah. It looks better in person than it did in the pictures.
Than in the pictures, right?
Check it out. See it.
Let me see that. That looks really good.
That's very nice.
Very, very nice.
Think she'll be happy?
It's a nice upgrade.
We've been together for 10 years already.
10 years.
10 years.
More or less like me.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Kids?
Right.
3 kids.
3 kids? Oh, she deserved the upgrade.
She deserved it.
So today I came to get my wife an upgrade for our 10-year anniversary, and beautiful diamond ring. She's gonna love it.
Let's see what crazy idea Nati's coming up for the next reel.
Wrist piece on bling glow, neck piece on blizzard, baby. Let's see if Carlos can do it and if Dan approves it. Let me have Dan if that's okay.
Real approved.